to our belief that right infrastructure and enabling policies, these two are very, very important.
Andhra Pradesh is powering its development through the available land, water, forest and mineral resources. The state is a logistics marvel on the eastern coast with a coastline of 974 kilometers, which is the second longest in India, thus making it a gateway to Southeast Asia. The state has retained its top position in the ease of doing business for the last few years. Quality power and water availability, a conducive business environment, low cost of doing business, vendor base and supply chain linkages, and proximity to R&D hubs and markets give Andhra Pradesh a 360-degree advantage in every sector. Powering the story of growth through the focus sectors, the state registered the highest GSDP growth rate of 11.43% during the 2021-2022 fiscal year, higher than the country's GDP growth rate. The government of Andhra Pradesh is transforming the state into a model state with a strong reform agenda. The government has identified 13 focus sectors for attracting sector-specific investment opportunities, abounding with advantages. These are core sectors the state government is focusing on. Andhra Pradesh is at the forefront of developing industrial infrastructure. The state has an abundant land bank of approximately 46,000 acres of industrial development, with industrial zoning as the key focus area to provide a risk-free, investment-friendly environment. A big credit for immense success in every field goes to plug-and-play model and industrial hubs. This includes YSR Jagan Mega Industrial Hub, YSR Electronic Manufacturing Cluster, Industrial Corridors, PCPIR and Beach IT model. With 6 airports, the state has the largest number of operational airports. Air freight traffic is increasing impressively year after year. State-of-the-art cargo handling facilities are available at major airports. Taking benefit of the strategic location of the state, the goal is to establish AP as a strategic air cargo hub. The state is taking special steps to handle double the ship traffic and cargo in the next 5 years. The port capacity of the state has increased by 75%. Direct calls with Southeast Asian economies also reduce transit time. The state has plans to develop a port or fishing harbour every 50 kilometers along its coast to generate employment and spur economic growth. Another feather in its cap is multiple industrial corridors. Andhra Pradesh is the only state to have 3 industrial corridors for accelerated development across the state. Visakhapatnam-Chennai Industrial Corridor, Chennai-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor, Hyderabad-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor. Steadily working towards its mission of decarbonized economy, the state houses 4 solar parks of the Government of India. It is also home to the world's largest integrated renewable energy storage project. Implementing the future of mobility, vehicles to grid philosophy, 80,000 acres of land has been identified for solar, wind and solar wind hybrid projects.
What we see today would stand out for the future of this country. In fact, what Andhra Pradesh today is showcasing will be the triggering point for this entire country to follow in the days to come, when the usage of fossil fuels would take a back seat and renewable energy would take a front row seat.
Due to the state government's visionary approach, the state is geared up to meet the demand for electric vehicles in the world. India is one of the few countries in the world that supports the global EV 30 at 30 campaign. And the state will play an important role in India's successful contribution. The state exports auto components and electronics to more than 30 countries. Automobile clusters, 21 auto nagars, proximity to consumption centers and focus on EV public transportation have made Andhra Pradesh the automobile hub of the country. The pharma sector has also benefited from the state's industry-centric policies. The next phase of development in pharma is focused on collaborations exploring bulk drugs, including medical device technology, biosimilars, gene therapy and specialty drugs. Andhra Pradesh is the only state in South India selected by Government of India to establish a bulk drug park. Andhra Pradesh's excellence in the electronics and IT sector is well known. The state has emerged as one of the fastest growing global manufacturing hotspots. With its strong ESDM ecosystem across the value chain, it accounts for 10% of national electronic production. It has the distinction of being the only state in India with 4 dedicated electronics manufacturing clusters. More than 3.5 million mobile phones are manufactured here every month. 60% of the state's population is associated with agriculture and agribusiness. The state ranks first in terms of the total value of trade on the national agricultural market. It is the largest producer of shrimps in India. Andhra Pradesh is one of the 4 states in the country to have a 640 square kilometer petroleum, chemicals and petrochemicals investment region, PCPIR, recognized by the Government of India. The state is committed to becoming the chosen investment destination in India in aerospace and defense manufacturing. Andhra Pradesh is working on creating a transformational and affordable model for healthcare in the state. Andhra Pradesh MedTech Zone has the distinction of being India's first manufacturing hub for medical devices. The MSME sector manufactures a variety of products in sectors such as agri and food processing, automotives, textiles, construction materials and others. To encourage the sector, the state is giving preferential market access to MSMEs in all government procurement. The state is committed to quality education and skill development as a focus sector, with multiple initiatives in place. The state is focusing on creating a world-class industry-ready workforce. Andhra Pradesh is committed to promoting green textile to achieve sustainable long-term goals in the textile sector. The exquisite handloom and crafts industry of the state has its own special identity. Due to the dedicated efforts of the state government, the works of the weavers and craftsmen here have become popular all over the world. Andhra Pradesh is one of the preferred tourism destinations in India. The state government provides multiple opportunities for developing tourism projects and related services to cater to the state's vast potential and avenues. The growth story of Andhra Pradesh speaks volumes about the dedicated efforts and commitment of the Honorable Chief Minister to take the state to new heights.
Like-minded companies from all over the globe to come over to set up their shop in India, and especially in Andhra Pradesh.
Come, join us on this exciting journey of technological innovations, profitable business and sustainable development. Advantage Andhra Pradesh, where abundance meets prosperity.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was just a teaser, and you can be rest assured that Andhra Pradesh has a lot more to offer. It is, after all, a state that is welcoming all with open arms. It's now time to hear from the man of the hour, the man whose vision for the future of Andhra Pradesh is at the center of the Andhra Pradesh Global Investors Summit 2023. Please welcome the young and dynamic leader, the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, for the keynote address.
Mr. Sanjeev Bajaj, President CII, Srimati Suchitra Yella, President Southern Chapter CII, Sumant Sinha, President ASOCAM, Ms. Devjani Ghosh, President NASSCOM, my colleagues in the State Cabinet, industry leaders and representatives, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. I think if I were to speak of Andhra Pradesh, it would just be like the Chief Minister is boasting about his state. But before I do that, what any Chief Minister would be doing, boasting about his state. But before I do that, it was wonderful to hear from Sumant and Ms. Devjani Ghosh and Srimati Suchitra Yella, all of them representing industry, talk very highly about our state. In fact, all of them did speak very high about the state, and of course, the video presentation also showcased what Andhra Pradesh is all about. I would not take much time because I would only be reiterating what has already been showcased. But I'd like to only make a few pointers. What would be very important if one were to think about or contemplate doing business in any particular state. Now, what are the advantages of Andhra Pradesh? I think it's been showcased well. We have a 974-kilometer coastline, which is the second largest in the country. We've got 6 operating ports in 4 locations, and we're building 4 more. We've got 6 airports as well, connecting almost the entire state. Out of the 11 industrial corridors coming up in the country, we have 3 of them coming up in our state. Vizag, Chennai, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Bangalore. Almost cutting across the state, covering more than 80% of the districts. The state also treasures, it's also a treasure house for 48 minerals suitable for various mineral-specific industries as well. Now, these are the few advantages that have been spoken about. And now coming to the governance, that as to why AP should be opted for. And it gives me immense pleasure to announce from this platform that Andhra Pradesh has emerged as one of the fastest growing states in the country. We have registered a GDP of 11.43% growth rate, which is the highest in the country so far. This is for 2021-22. Consistently for the past 3 years, we've been ranked number 1 in ease of doing business, which speaks volumes about how proactive we are and how eventful doing business in Andhra Pradesh would be. And of course, outstanding contributor award in port-led infrastructure projects by ET 2022, Best State for Energy Infrastructure and Development in Asia Award 2022, Top Achiever in Logistics Ease Leads 2022 report. All these speak volumes about how proactive the state is. Now, having spoken all these things, if I were to go further and speak and say, we have electronic cluster, electronic and manufacturing clusters, 4 of them, toy clusters, 2 of them, food processing clusters, another 2, textile parks, another 10, cement clusters, another 2, medical devices manufacturing cluster, 1 of them, pharma cluster, another 2, automobile cluster, another 4. And I can go on and go on, boasting about my state. But all what I'm trying to tell you here is, come over to Andhra Pradesh. Have a feel of our state. If we are rated number 1 in ease of doing business, consecutively for 3 years in a row, especially when industry representatives now are part of the procedure which actually awards ease of doing business. When industry representatives are speaking high about the state, that is the most important part. And for the past 3 years, this has been happening. God's grace, touch wood, we've been doing well. So come over to Andhra Pradesh, have a feel of the state, and I assure you that you would enjoy the way forward. We have a single desk portal wherein the approvals would be given within 21 days. There's abundant availability of land, power, water at a cost much lower than the country's average. Well, as Sumant was saying some time back when he had spoken about renewable energy, we can boast and say that Andhra Pradesh is one particular state which is blessed for both solar as well as wind. And we have almost 33,000 megawatt of pump storage capacity also, wherein the sites have already been identified. We could allot approximately 14,680 megawatt to some of the industry players, but you have much more that we can offer. In fact, in the space of renewable energy, the pump storage, which would actually be the green batteries, that would be the future where fossil fuels would be the day of the past. And renewable energy, especially the pump storage, which would actually be a green battery, where all what it requires is just 1 TMC of water, which should go up, during the non-peak hours, come down during the peak hours, and for a 6-hour or 8-hour time frame, this would be your battery. And that is the future of Andhra Pradesh. So I'm requesting all of you to come over. I'm extending this invitation through this platform here to come over to the state of Andhra Pradesh in Visakhapatnam, where we are organizing on March 3rd and 4th the global summit. All of you are invited, and I'm sure that all of us can come together to actually create one of the best envisioned journey of yours in industry. This I assure you. And I also assure you that any of the industrialists who have any problem, we're just a phone call away. And we've been very prompt in that. And that is the reason why we've been consecutively rated #1 in ease of doing business for the past 3 years. I thank all of you for coming over here, for sparing your time coming over here, listening to us in this outreach program. And I wish to see all of you in Vizag. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Chief Minister, sir, for those visionary words. I'd now like to invite the Director of Industries, the VC and MD at APIIC, and the CEO of APEDB, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Dr. G. Srijana, IAS, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Honorable Chief Minister, other dignitaries, industry leaders,